As African leaders, we are stepping forward through initiatives like the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative and the Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa. We are reforming our policies, mobilizing domestic capital, and building strong project pipelines to attract global investors. Just last week, 8 of Africa's leading financial institutions signed a cooperation framework aimed at unlocking US dollars 100 billion in investment. We are doing our part, but to succeed, we need global offtake agreements, market access, and foreign investment at scale. This is precisely where public finance comes in. Its role is not just to fund, but to catalyze the risk and to enable. We must ensure that those able to provide competitive global climate solutions are not held back by unfair financing systems or asymmetries in market access. Markets will not fix themselves. This is where collaboration and public finance must step up. And let us not forget that public finance is also essential for adaptation and disaster response. The future to deliver on this must be addressed. Finally, country-led investment platforms and strategies must be anchored in transformation. The decline of traditional aid and global solidarity has reminded us that agency matters. Africa is responding with bold initiatives, from economy-wide climate commitments to country-wide and continental-wide industrialization strategies. But these plans must translate into investment-ready platforms backed by real partnerships. 2 weeks ago in Addis, Africa came together at the second Africa Climate Summit, not only to confront the harsh reality of climate change, but also to embrace the opportunity that the continent brings to the world stage. Africa carries, yes, some of the heaviest burdens of climate crisis. Yet within us lies immense hope and solutions for the future. Although in today's global climate, optimism is often in short supply, I remain absolutely confident that Kenya, Africa, and indeed the world can meet this challenge, because we can and we must. The discussions leading up to this meeting highlight what must drive us forward: easing debt pressures, strengthening domestic resource mobilization, unlocking private capital, scaling international public finance, and doing all this through country-led platforms and strategies. On debt and fiscal space, we are told that 60% of climate finance should come from domestic resources. This is manifestly unfair because much of this burden is being placed on countries that have contributed the least to the climate crisis. We must not ignore the risks of overtaxing small, vulnerable economies already battling with high costs of living and climate shocks. For many of our citizens, the social contract does not allow this to be the ultimate solution. The good news, however, is that this is not our only option. Our greatest opportunity lies in growing and diversifying our economies through climate-positive growth, turning the very solutions to climate change into engines of development. At the same time, solutions exist to ease sovereign debt pressure while advancing climate action. Kenya was proud to be one of the 4 sponsoring countries of the recent independent expert review on debt, nature, and climate. The ideas and knowledge are already on the table. What is missing is action. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that private investors follow returns and seek predictable environments. Africa can and should be that destination. Too often, perceptions of risk overshadow reality. But Africa offers some of the most exciting opportunities for green growth anywhere in the world. Let's take our seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1.8 trillion needed for climate. 75% of this growth, 182 gigawatts. This is the IEA forecast in 2020. Future is up for grabs. $30 trillion in new wealth.
And it's because of falling costs and changing countries, and since COVID it has gotten worse, in opportunity to supercharge the new energy era, as the Secretary General invest in resilience, gives us returns of $10 to $14
per year for the developing world by 2035. 100 billion will not meet the full extent of the across society. It will aim to will help us in preparing the roadmap. Azerbaijani and Brazil this year, and we have been encouraged by the level of
the United States parity. Well, I'm here.